Amara didn't realize her marriage had 3 people in it until she noticed something chilling. Her husband never made a single decision on his own. Not about their home. Not about their future. Not even about her. And the worst part, it took her months to understand that she was never really the wife in control. Amara thought she married a good man. Tunde was calm, respectful, and soft-spoken. The kind of man everyone praised. The kind of man families prayed for their daughters to find. He listened. He agreed. He never argued. At first, it felt like peace. But peace, without independence, can hide something much deeper. The first crack appeared shortly after their wedding. They had talked about moving closer to Amara's workplace. Tunde had agreed easily, almost too easily. But days later, the plan changed. He insisted they stay in the house his mother preferred. It didn't feel like a disagreement. It felt like a quiet reversal. Amara ignored it. Marriage required patience, she told herself. But then it kept happening. Every decision they made together somehow changed later. Furniture choices, church attendance, even small routines in their home. Tunde would always agree at first, and then return with a different answer. An answer that sounded familiar. That familiarity had a name, Mama Tunde. At first, Amara embraced the relationship. She showed respect, followed tradition, and tried to fit into her husband's family. But something never felt right. Every visit came with quiet corrections. Her behavior, her choices, her presence, haughtily reshaped under the guise of guidance. And somehow, those same corrections would later come from Tunde. Not immediately, but eventually. It became a pattern Amara couldn't ignore. Nothing was ever truly decided between husband and wife. There was always a final voice. The truth didn't hit all at once. It grew slowly, until it couldn't be ignored. The turning point came when Amara received a major promotion at work. It was everything she had worked for: progress, independence, a future she had envisioned for herself. Tunde supported it at first, but days later, everything changed. Suddenly, the promotion was a problem. It didn't fit the kind of wife he believed she should be. It didn't align with the home they were building. And in that moment, Amara heard it clearly. Those weren't his thoughts. They were borrowed. That was when the illusion finally broke. Amara stopped fighting small battles. Instead, she started watching. She noticed how Tunde avoided making decisions alone. How he delayed answers. How certain phone calls changed his entire posture. It wasn't dominance. It was dependence. Tunde wasn't choosing his mother over his wife. He simply didn't know how to exist without her influence. And that realization was heavier than betrayal, because it meant nothing would change. So Amara did something different. She made a decision on her own. She accepted the promotion. No arguments. No discussions. No waiting. For the first time in her marriage, she acted without permission. And the response came quickly. Not from her husband, but from the real authority behind him. That was when Amara understood the truth she had been avoiding. She was not building a life with a partner. She was living inside someone else's control. That night, everything felt clear. There was no fight left to win. No rival to defeat. Just a man who had never learned how to stand alone. And a woman who finally understood that love could not survive without independence. So Amara made the hardest choice of all. She stopped waiting for her husband to choose her. And for the first time, she chose herself. Some marriages don't break because of hatred. They break because someone else was always in control. And sometimes, walking away isn't the failure. It's the only way to finally be free.